People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Now, people, we've noticed that there's been a very disturbing trend in Jamaica as far as it pertains to we are talking about boyfriend a slap with them girlfriend, husband a slap with them wife, Rete and Lele. And we see that this has become like a copycat syndrome. And one of those cases that basically started the whole disturbing trend is a case that involved a Manchester businessman. We are speaking about Mr. Vincent Coleman, and he is charged for the slap away of his wife. Her name is Norma Henry Coleman. So it is said that Mr. Coleman is implicated in the slap away of his wife about 4 years ago. We are speaking about in 2015. He, along with his co-accused and people, the co-accused are 2 members of the JCF. We are talking about the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We are speaking about the POPO. So people, the first thing when we hear this, what we realize, what comes to mind is that these are supposed to be men that are supposed to be held in high regard. They are persons that have vowed to serve and protect the community, serve and protect the citizens of Jamaica. So people, we see that they are doing the polar opposite because they are also implicated. They are part or allegedly a part of a conspiracy to slap with this businessman's wife. They kind of aided in the slap away of his wife. May I talk about Mr. Vincent Coleman. So anyways, this businessman is represented by top shelf. We are speaking about attorney, we are speaking about lawyer, we are speaking about Mr. Peter Champagne. Now people, when you talk about Peter Champagne, when you talk about top-notch lawyer, when you talk about top shelf lawyer, we are speaking about the best of the best. We are speaking about one of the top 5, if not the best or one of the best lawyers in Jamaica. So people, remember in America or in first world country, there is such a thing called speedy trial. So my point is this: the longer the trial takes to start is the more chance or the better chance for the defendant, because we see witnesses might have lost interest or basically get lost. So we see that this is a strategy or a tactics that is used by most of the top lawyers in Jamaica. Them delay the trial, Rete and Lele. And people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. I am just saying that I've recognized this trend when it comes or pertains to a lot of these high profile trials. Them take up to 5 and 6 years to start. So people, we are talking about delayed tactics. Instead of speedy trial, we are speaking about delayed tactics that is used by these top-notch lawyers. So anyways, the trial is now postponed to the 22nd of October 2019. And according to the court document and according to the POPO report, it is said that Mr. Coleman, we are speaking about Mr. Vincent Coleman, he is charged in a conspiracy with 2 constables. We are speaking about Mr. Leroy Curtis, and we are also speaking about Mr. Delrick Thomas. And Mr. Coleman is also charged with the first-degree slap away of his wife. We are speaking about Norma Henry Coleman. Norma Henry hyphenated Coleman. So therefore, that is her married name. So according to the POPO report, it is said that Mrs. Coleman was driving in Mandeville in Manchester when she was pounced upon by some men, and them basically blazed up some can pan her, and after the smoke cleared, she was found lifeless. She was found taken away. She was found DEAD, RIP. And according to the court documents, according to investigators, according to the POPO reports, it is said that Mr. Vincent Coleman paid these 2 constables, we are speaking about Mr. Leroy Curtis and Delrick Thomas, $1 million. I think it is a maximum of $1 million. So therefore, each of them was supposed to get $500,000 for the slap away of his wife. Now people, when we listen to stuff like this and we see what is going on in Jamaica, and we see all this copycat syndrome, and we see all these persons that are supposed to be of moral values, I am speaking about persons in society that people put up on a pedestal and act like they are so highty-tighty and that they are holier than thou. We realize that they are no different from the common thieves. They are no different from the common MURDERERS. Point blank and period. And when it comes to the popo, it seems like we can't trust the popo because we can't differentiate the popo different from the thief, different from the slap away persons. They are doing the same thing. So at the end of the day, the moral of the story is that money is always the motive. It seems like everybody is getting desperate. It seems like nobody have any value for life anymore. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Now people, before I go to the next part of my video, I want you to subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. Jamaica Dancehall Source, one word. So anyways, the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the popo, we're talking about the JCF, we are speaking about the security forces, have released their top 10 most wanted person. We are speaking about in St. James, we are speaking about MOBAY, and we see that Prekka Boy heads that list of most wanted. So the MOBAY Popo has released that top 10 list and it is headed by Delano Wilmot. We are speaking about aka Mr. Prekka Boy, and he is from Mother's Lane. We are speaking about Retrieve in St. James. We are talking about in a Cambridge. He is wanted for the 2016 slap away of Mark Williams in that said community. And they have labeled him as one of the key players in the notorious Ratty gang that were responsible for the slap away of 2 Jamaica Defence Force members. They said he then left the Ratty gang and he formed his own gang. We are talking about the Prekka gang, and they are responsible, or they were responsible for numerous crimes. We are talking about SHOOTING. We are talking about slap away. We are speaking about aggravated stuff. We are talking about some serious crimes, point blank and period. And the next person on this list, we are speaking about 30-year-old Shani Luton, who was convicted for 2 slap away. However, he escaped custody. Now people, the funny thing about this whole situation as it pertains to Mr. Shani Luton, somebody sent me a WhatsApp the other day and they claimed that he was KILLED in Haiti and that he was living in the Bahamas and he committed 2 slap away and he escaped prison and went to Haiti and he was beaten up and taken out. Now people, whenever I get information like this, I have to fact check, I have to verify, I have to validate, I have to vet it, because I am not a vulnerable blogger, because I noticed that some bloggers put up and they claim that this person was DEAD. So obviously the popo in Jamaica don't know anything about that. And people, my point is this: we are living in an information age. That means that if somebody as notorious as that had died, some sort of information would have reached the popo them in a Jamaica. So the point that I am trying to make and the moral of the story is this: it seems like the person that sent me this WhatsApp was either ignorant to the fact, or them along with Mr. Shani Luton was trying to throw off the police and throw off myself. But people like me say I am not a big head bud. So anyways, the next person on the list, we are speaking about Mr. Arnold Gale. We are speaking about a person that is also wanted for a slap away. The next person on the list, we are speaking about Mr. Christopher Boyd, and his AKA is Plank, and he is from Island Avenue. He is wanted for a double slap away. So people, you see the trend, it is all about MURDERS. The next person on the list, we are speaking about Laura Meggie, and he is from Greenwood, Montego Bay, St. James, from 50 or Job's Lane. He is also said to be frequent in Spanish Town in St. Catherine. He is also wanted for the same old same. We are talking about slap away. The next person on the list, I am speaking about Sanjay Hodari Nelson, aka Hodari. He is from Pimento Hill. We are speaking about Germantown, St. James. He is also wanted for slap away. The next person on the list, we are speaking about Orion Dunn, aka Mike. He is from Paradise Crescent. We are speaking about Paradise in Norwood. He is also wanted for slap away. The next person on the list, we are speaking about Orion Dunn. We are speaking about aka Mike of Paradise Crescent, Paradise Norwood. We are speaking about St. James. We are speaking about Montego Bay. He is also wanted for slap away. So people, we see the repetitive trend. It is all about slap away. It is all about MURDERS. The next person on the list, we are speaking about Christopher Daniels. He is also from Paradise Crescent. We are speaking about in Norwood. We are speaking about St. James. He is also wanted for slap away. We are talking about the same old same. The next person on the list, we are speaking about Brandon Williams, aka Messi of Garden Crescent. We are speaking about Granville. We are speaking about St. James. We are speaking about Montego Bay. He is also wanted for the same old same. We are talking about slap away. And last but not least on this list, we are speaking about Mr. Leon Higgins, aka Footer. He is from Rose Heights. We are speaking about St. James. We are speaking about Montego Bay. He is also wanted for the same old same. So people, like we say, murder is the case that they gave me. So according to the Popo that is in charge of the crime office in St. James in Montego Bay Division, we are speaking about Deputy Superintendent Bertland Reynolds. He is claiming, he is alleging that they are intensifying the search for the apprehension of these wanted men, and they are seeking the assistance of people in the community. Some people, like I've always said, if you are a legal tax-paying citizen of any nation, any community, you are supposed to snitch. It is your job, it is your civic duty to make sure so you tell the Popo what is going on, because the same sort of thing that is happening to other people can also come back and target you. So therefore you have to do what you have to do, point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole situation as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion, it is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.